I'm very, very excited because our next guest is an actor, writer and director who you know from Mad Max Fury Road and Furiosa, Fargo, The Lincoln Lawyer and Bump. He also has one of the most distinctive voices in Australian entertainment. Literally, he sounds like he gargles with whiskey. Here he is in action.
Angus Sampson.
Compellingly unpredictable.
Shall we take our clothes off?
What are you picking on me for?
I'm not trying to replace you.
Lovely to meet you.
You're on 100 bloody acres.
I'm just getting into the spirit.
I'd like you to rub yourselves in sun lotion. Thank you for that insight.
Please welcome Angus Sampson. Wow. Broad physical comedy to start. Wow. That's a big entrance.
They told me Peter Bell was hosting.
Just quickly, I've wet myself. Is that okay?
Yeah. That makes three of us apparently now, so that's great. Mate, it's great to see you. Are you all right?
Well, speaking of wetting themselves, I'm just making sure my kids were there.
Everything's all right?
Yeah, all their names start with H.
Beautiful. Thank you for being here. You're in Melbourne at the moment because you were at AC/DC concert last night?
I was, yeah.
Firstly, can you hear me? Thank you. You're a big fan though, aren't you?
Last night was the 5th time I've seen them in the 4th country on the 3rd continent this tour.
So basically
I'm paying their wage.
they're similar to my relationship with Delta Goodrem then, that's good. Are they getting... Innocent Eyes is an underrated album. Hey, are they getting better and better with age?
Angus is otherworldly, definitely. I think I don't want to criticise anyone. I did have issues with Chris Chaney, the bass player, when I went to see them in Germany last year. He wasn't wearing black. I was upset with that. But they seem to have aligned their attire. And last night was great. They played Jailbreak this week for the first time in 34 years.
Is that big, is it?
Sorry, I'll let you know when Technotronic announced their...
Hold on, is there a reason they haven't played it for 34 years? Maybe it's not a good song.
Yeah, Keynesian theory, economic theory, limit supply, increase demand.
Oh, OK, well, they've done that. Hey, you know what? You're very, very successful. You're doing a lot of things. I just wanted to say, people might have seen you, if they love Fargo, you were in season 2 of Fargo. And Jean Smart from Hacks, Emmy Award winner, Jean, is also in that series. What was that like, mate? What was Fargo like, Angus?
Yeah, it was a relief. It was a relief to be endorsed by prestige television makers. Yeah, it was. Up until that stage, I'd sort of appeared in random spots on Stingers, and not to say Stingers wasn't prestigious. I always sort of was confused how Peter Phelps could go undercover by just wearing a brand new leather jacket. And the bikies believed him. But yeah, no, it was a great relief. We did that over in Canada, of all places, and it was so cold, the witches' hats, it was minus 35 degrees, which I found out is the same in Fahrenheit and Celsius. And the witches' hats, you'd pick them up to move, or someone would, I wouldn't. No. And they would shatter. It was so cold. Yeah, so they'd take off their full balaclavas and they'd have all burst capillaries, all the camera crew. But yeah, it was a great experience.
Our camera crew's got burst capillaries, but for a completely different reason. Hey, you and Jean Smart, though, this is big. You two, here you two are on the red carpet.
I just finished doing Mad Max, and so I was...
My baby boy!
Hello, Dad.
Great.
You're fantastic!
Lip gloss all over. Two kisses seems excessive.
Well, you keep playing it. Haven't seen that jacket since.
You have a good relationship with her, though.
Yeah, Jean's great. She played my mum. Yeah.
Close family, by the way. I've got a genuine question. What is it with actors? You're always kissing people, aren't you? Have a look at this. You just love. Do you remember that?
No.
Good. There's so much more to cover with my friend Angus Sampson. Back with more in a moment. Welcome back. I'm joined by homegrown Hollywood actor Angus Sampson. Angus, Celia mentioned ADBC earlier, and I know you try to keep it quiet, but you're on that show too, by the way. And you know, I say this sincerely, I loved having you on that show because I always appreciated the energy you brought to the show. Welcome back to ADBC. We're currently the AD team of Tom and Tony are on 30 points, and the BC team of Kat and Angus are also on 30 points. Thank you so. Look at that. That's genuine love. You gave me so
I only
much.
did that because you asked me to. I wasn't. My memory of ADBC is different to yours, though. As seen earlier by that photo that Seals showed, where you were the lost member of a boy band in that black flammable shirt. I have a photo here. It's like you're in a Pro Heart commercial.
Can I just say as well, I had no idea. It's pretty incredible that we both started on ADBC and then you're in Hollywood, and I got a second interview for a Bunnings job. So
I didn't start on ADBC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where did you start?
With you. 3RRR.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. We did community radio together. I think we stole our first car together too, didn't we? It wasn't a car, it was a taxi. Whatever. Angus,
I'm still engaged to him.
You've been like Lincoln Lawyer, Mad Max, Insidious, right? There is so much to talk to you about. But you mentioned Stingers before.
Oh, yes.
And we've managed to track down your appearance.
Come on! Shit bloody jab crap thing!
Hey, Ali.
What the? That looks like my car.
He's picking up our signal on the TV.
Shit. Get out of the way, you stupid bitch!
Ali, what are you doing?
Absolutely.
I think Gary Sweet wasn't acting then. He was just responding to my performance choices.
I believe it was Shakespeare who first said, "Get out of the way, you stupid bitch."
I actually played two characters on Stingers, two different characters. Thank God you didn't find the other one.
Your versatility knows no bounds. Hey, I just wanted to ask you one thing, Angus. I know you've talked about Peter Phelps, but can I have another look at that gun, by the way? Because that gun, that's the biggest... What is Wile E. Coyote use that gun? It actually reminds me of one of those cartoon guns that just does this. Look at that. That would have been perfect. I just wanted to say, too, we have known each other a long time. I'm so proud. I am genuinely proud when I see you in all these things that I, haven't watched the whole series, but... Genuine question. Did you ever lose faith? Has there been like a fork in the road moment?
About 2 minutes ago.
No, you're fine now.
Oh.
What about when, was there any...
Professionally?
Yeah, it was a genuine time when you were struggling.
I did give myself a date, February 12th, when I turned a certain age, and on January 30, I got cast in Fargo. So I had 12 days remaining of a 10-year deadline that my family, I think, were greatly relieved. Something came of it because it's not really work what I do. It really isn't. It's sort of, you get charged with a logic that you have to sort of be the gatekeeper of for a character. And often they don't consult you with the takes they use. They don't consult you with the edit choices they make. And you just sort of hope that, that somebody sees something in you that you hope's in there. And there's lots of incredible filmmakers in Australia. They just don't have as many resources, generally speaking, as in Europe or America. So I'm not really doing anything different. I'm sure that whatever that character's name was, Ali in Stingers, other filmmakers, you know, with a bit more resources, they don't light it as brightly as they did ADBC. You know, like they do actually invest in how the show looks. So, you know, one day you'll get a good set. You know.
That was almost a beautiful answer. I really appreciate it. You know, I love you, but I'm lucky that you did keep going because you ended up playing the organic mechanic in Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I know that this was a big movie, an Oscar-nominated movie, and you had a great role in it. But what did that mean for you to get that part? Because that franchise is very important to you, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't realise when I was at school in Armidale, New South Wales. My friend Desh used to play that film all the time, and I didn't realise it was an Australian film. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I think we must have been watching the American dubbed version of it.
Is that called Road Warrior?
Road Warrior, yeah, which they did for Americans who couldn't understand the sort of, I guess, broadness of the Australian accent. And then one day he put it, because we would rent it at school, he put a different version of it on, and it blew my mind that it was Australian. And that was sort of a really seminal moment for me to sort of have a bit of pride, I guess, in my weirdness, if that makes sense.
It was embraced. And
Yeah.
it would have been like me growing up and being in a remake of The Karate Kid.
Sweep the leg.
You love that whole world. The idea that you're in it is impressive, considering you love it so much you even designed your own jacket. Is this...
I did, yeah.
This is...
Yeah, well, this is the... that's Charlie and Roop's Pursuit special on the left. Max's Interceptor, the last of the V8s on the right. The gentleman who designed that, his name's Stay Chill Bill. He did this one. I got him to do the Sopranos.
Woo!
Wow.
Sopranos part. Sorry. That was based on Celia. Sorry.
I feel like I'm serving mob wife tonight, so I'm meant to be like, my husband's in waste management.
There's a touch of that. Hey, I just want last question on Mad Max. Just give me one, because George Miller famously shot about 480 hours of film for that movie.
For Fury Road or Furiosa?
For Fury Road, I think.
Fury Road.
And it was 120 minutes.
Yeah.
So you were in that. Any scenes? One scene of yours that got cut? I'm assuming.
There was a scene I got cut. We were shooting in the Namib Desert, which is the world's least populated country by density, and the oldest desert in the world. And there's a character in it who teaches the 5 wives. She's basically called the History Woman. She's basically a walking encyclopedia. And I was meant to eviscerate her with a knife, and in front of the horde, the motorcycle horde. And George was like, Dr. George was like, just do whatever you want when you say a line. And then, you know, you almost like Brutus in, I don't know why I'm doing that, under the ribbon in. And it must have been 100 degrees or what is that, 40-something in Australian degrees. And I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll lick her armpit.
That's your signature move.
That'll definitely be in the film. And he was like, that's great, let's go again. I must have done 7 takes of licking her, Jennifer's armpit, and of course it never got into the film, nor did my character's final moment. He said, I don't want your character to die, and I want the audience to know that the organic mechanics still lives, because he's the doctor of the wasteland, which is me. And I said, sure, what do you want me to do? He's like, you choose. And so it's the point in the film where Max and the wives go back to the Citadel, and the bad guys are waiting around, and they spot them, and they go, they're going back to the Citadel, and they all drive off. We shot a version in which underneath Immortan Joe's vehicle, the organic mechanics there doing a poo.
Once again, your signature move.
With a catheter. And then he runs off after them with his pants down. And when I went to the premiere in Hollywood, George leant over to my family and he said, I'm so sorry. My wife didn't want to put it in, just tonally it would lose. And my family were like, thank you for not putting it in.
But in great news, we have it tonight, so let's have a look.
Angus, you know, I can't do this show alone, so now it's time for... this
I
is
have
your
one
time to
question,
shine.
sort of pressure, so I did some research. I went to your Instagram. My question is, I went to your Instagram and your handle there is Dolly Doctor, which I was confused by because I know Dolly Doctor as the section in the teenage magazine where you'd write in letters and say stuff like, you know, can you get pregnant from being in a swimming pool? And then Dolly Doctor is your handle, so I guess my question is, can you get pregnant from a swimming pool?
If you're talking about Sam's pool, I'd make a couple of calls.
Can you get...
Yeah.
Can you get pregnant from licking an armpit?
Yes, I was.
Yes. Seriously though, why is your handle Dolly Doctor?
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
from
a
my
fan?
sister. My sister used to have Dolly magazine, my older sister, and as a sort of an 11, 12, 13 and sometime 24-year-old male, it was my after dark reading with a flashlight under the bed.
Thank you, Seals. We are learning a lot about you, my friend, tonight. Now, let's get to this. You're soon to appear in Bump, the Bump Christmas movie, airing November 30 on Stan.
Oh, wow. Disculpe, señor.
Hi.
No, señor. Su chaqueta.
Yes, it's very hot. I just had to take it off.
No permitir entrar alcohol de la costa, señor.
No, but it's
No, señor, por favor. I need to confiscate this, please, señor.
have to drink alcohol.
That's pretty impressive. Bump's run for an incredible 5 seasons, now a movie. You play the dad, Dom, who's in midlife crisis mode. Are you... how much acting you're doing at the moment, really? Like, is it challenging
my name's
role?
Angus. Yeah.
That's true.
No, it's a great gift to do that with Claudia Carvin and John Edwards and Dan Edwards and Kelsey Munro. Yeah, that's a show. I don't know how many shows go for that long in Australia or anywhere. But yeah, Stan have been very great for us.
Sorry, I've got to jump in. Mine did. Rosehaven did. Sorry, just continue. Sorry, guys.
5?
5.
What was it?
Rosehaven. Big fan, obviously. Big fan. And also Utopia, but that doesn't matter. 5, both 5. Thank you.
It's good to have 5 seasons with viewers. And that's why we have a Christmas film. And Rosehaven and
Utopia.
the other one.
All right, let's wrap this up before there's actual punch on. Hey, hey, you know that I love you. I thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure to sit down and have a proper chat. Please thank the one and the only Angus Sampson.